praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, or GMS for short. This is where I have learned this truth and where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I am of that number. All right, so this video we're going to go into more examples of potential upstart manufacturers of this technology that could be a part of the MOTB or lead up to the MOTB. All right. So let's read this prophecy first. Revelation 13, verse 16 and 17. It reads, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." All right, on this channel and on many other channels, okay, this prophecy is gone over and over again. This isn't going to be as extensive as some of the videos on this channel, because we are going into this word mark and also touching on what could be a baby step towards or a step towards getting the world ready to receive this mark. All right, that word causeth goes back to the Greek word poieo, which means to make ready, and so at the same time to institute. All right, a lot of language or a lot of words that are being used are getting you used to the good, okay, the possible good of the technologies that are on the horizon. All right, a lot of people suffer from paralyzation, blindness, deaf, mute. Okay, a lot of people are already wearing smart watches or apps on smartphones that keep track of your heart rate, health issues, things to do with this. All right, so in presenting to you the possibility that these technologies could work for the good, okay, you are being made ready. And so at the same time, when they institute it, you won't really think twice about it. You will have already heard the good of it, the convenience of it, okay, and the possibilities that that you have in your mind of this technology yourself. All right, and this falls into the making ready. Okay, the making ready, preparing you mentally already. Now, what is so bad about a technology that could help with paralysis, blindness, deafness, and give you what could be viewed as superpowers, like what we see on this movie with telekinesis? And what I mean by this is one of the first two volunteer patients of this brain technology, all right, says that they can move cursors around on the screen without the use of a mouse, with only their thoughts. All right, this is what I mean by this. All right, hold on a second. So this is what I mean by the whole superpowers. All right, but they are already preparing you and thinking that way. So what could be bad about this technology, right? It's because you don't consider what the Lord told you not to do in these two verses. Because there is no verse that points to having repentance after this. All right, but it does say this. All right, let's go back to, let me see, 1 through 6. Okay, this is Revelation 14, verses 9 and 10. It reads, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, which are, let me see, the beast, the image, and the mark. All right. There are three things that work hand in hand. All right. That go hand in hand, but these are three separate things. All right. But they go hand in hand. They are synonymous with each other. Lord willing, we'll go into what these three things are. All right. Even I haven't gone into the detail of this. I just listened to a lesson the other day. Fire lesson. All right. Very good lesson. I need to take notes on it, study it, and be able to teach these things myself. All right. I need to know them and be able to teach them. All right. So, again, verse 9 of Revelation 14, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, verse 10 now, it says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. There are some adjectives in here that aren't pleasant, man. All right. What is indignation? What is torment? All right. Also, Revelation 16, verses 1 and 2. It says, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. What is noisome and grievous sore? All right, so these are things that are coming to the people who receive this MOTB, or mark of the beast. All right, that is what is detrimental about getting these things. You are only looking at the worldly positive of getting this thing. You're not even considering God. And that's what, well, Yahweh, you're not considering Yahweh and Yahushai, all right? The word, all right? The truth. That's what a wicked people would do. Is in the end, he would have a lot of people so deceived that they don't consider the word of the Lord. All right, they start making excuses to be with the world, not against it. All right, to not be holy. All right, to be one with this world, man. That's not what we were commanded to do. He told us to be holy as he himself is holy, okay? So, we know this mark to be the MOTB, all right? We know this to be the micro C-hip, all right? The RFID C-hip, all right? We give a couple of examples of this technology, okay, of manufacturers, of popular manufacturers of this kind of technology. We tell you to not necessarily pay attention to the names, but go look at this technology so that you will be prepared. All right. The couple of names that we give, so you can go look at this, is Walletmore and Neuralink. Okay, but we tell you, why do we tell you not to pay attention so much to the names, but the technology? It's because it said he causeth all. This is going to be a global, a worldwide thing. Okay, so there's going to be many manufacturers. Many people are looking into this technology because it is going to go across the whole world, man. Just as prophecy says. And there is going to come a time where he causeth all. This thing is going to be made mandatory to make ready, and so at the same time to institute. And again, a part of that make ready is to tell you the positives of this technology. Maybe throw in a few things like they have concern, but they're going to work through it. All right, maybe throw in just a few concerns, but none of those concerns are going, it may be going against the Lord of the Bible. It doesn't tell you that. Okay? It tells you things that are negatives, but something that they will in turn tell you that they fixed in the future. All right? This is a part of that to make ready time. All right? to make ready, and so at the same time to institute. All right, they're going to talk this thing up so much to where they're going to make it mandatory, and outside of the powers that be, other people are going to be calling for everyone to receive this thing. All right. Just for instance, all right, if you have 15-minute cities now, you have what is called 15-minute cities now, right? Think for yourself. Is it possible that these 15-minute cities can also become sanctuary cities? You see what the streets are turning into, all right? You see them tightening their grip on control. All right, what if they make these 15-minute, and I'm saying make, what if they make these cities into sanctuary cities in the future? All right, where you have to present an ID to get into. You have to have this MOTB to get into this sanctuary city, to escape the madness outside of the sanctuary city. All right, you need to get in the city for your medical help, for privileges, whatever privileges they allow. All right, for money, for shelter, for food. But you have to have this mark. You have to bear the mark of the beast to enter in. All right. All right. So there is going to come a time to where this thing is mandatory. Period. Point blank. That's what prophecy says. All right. So this is the time of making ready. All right. Or this can be included in that time of making ready. You know, telling people about these technologies and all the positives, and none of the negatives point to disappointing and going against, choosing sides against the Lord of the Bible. All right? This is what the wicked would do. Okay? This is exactly how the wicked would run the world and how the wicked are running the world. People don't consider the lords of the word, or the words of the Lord anymore, man. All right, so we're just going to read something about we're going to search up one of these things. All right, last time we searched up a competitor of Neuralink, and we're going to do something like that again. All right, this time we're going to search up National Institute of Health's Brain Initiative. What is that? What is the National Institute of Health's Brain Initiative? Hold on. All right, what is the National Institute of Health's Brain Initiative? Let's see. It says the brain research through advancing the brain research through advancing innovative neural technologies, which is brain, okay? Initiative is a National Institutes of Health NIH program that funds research to develop new technologies for understanding the brain. The goal is to create a more dynamic picture of the brain by studying how individual cells and neural circuits interact. What does the Brain Initiative do? All right, it says develops and shares new neural technologies, studies how brain cells and neural circuits interact in time and space, creates tools to measure brain function and dysfunction, develops new treatments for brain disorders. One of the treatments that Motif had used was sending brain signals through waves, okay, to treat certain things in the brain. All right. It says who participates in the Brain Initiative. It says neuroscientists, physicists, engineers, mathematicians, chemists, and physician scientists. Right? Again, if you're looking at this from the outside of the scriptures, you're thinking, damn, that's a hell of a team. All right, how can they go wrong? I'm looking forward to this technology. All right, to make ready and so at the same time to institute. All right, we're going to make this thing mandatory, but this is a part of this to make ready. All right, it says, what are the benefits of Brain Initiative? It says the Brain Initiative can help us understand how the brain works. The Brain Initiative can help us develop new treatments for brain disorders. The Brain Initiative can help us prevent and cure mental illness. Okay? So there are some articles that come up. Maybe we'll get into this and read this more. Let me see something else really quick. Man. You know, the Lord gives his men foresight. We can see by behind the words that these people use, how they're doing this, man. Their craft. We can see how crafty they are, man. And we can see how people are just going to get gobbled up by what they say, all right, without even thinking about it, man. Let's do this drop down question really quick. What is the National Brain Health Initiative? CDC's National Healthy Brain Initiative, NHBI, seeks to improve our understanding of brain health as a central part of public health practices. It offers the NHBI roadmap to promote engagement and action for addressing brain health nationwide. All right. Who funds the Brain Initiative? Congress. It says the NIH Brain Initiative is funded by Congress from two streams as line items in the budgets of the 10 Brain Initiative ICs. This is known as the base allocation from funding authorized by 21st Century Cures Act. And that's from October 31st of 2024. Why are some scientists skeptical about the Brain Initiative? Let's see if they even mention the Lord, all right? Many scientists have been skeptical of an ambitious new project when support of existing science is eroding. Others have been confused about how this project will accomplish its goals because mapping the brain is far more complex and open ended than mapping the genome. Mm. All right, yeah, we'll probably come back and end up doing some of these, reading some of these articles and doing some more of these drop down questions. All right. The point is that the causeth in Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all right, to make ready. Part of that to make ready is to present these technologies and to present them in a very good light. All right. even with telling of the doubts or the concerns. So all the concerns they're going to give you, for one, are not going to include what the Lord tells you about these brain and hand C-hips, man. All right. Secondary, they're not going to tell you the whole truth. They're going to hide behind the positives, and they're going to give you the negatives that they will present a fix to. Then you'll be like, well, they fixed the main concerns, so I am no longer concerned. Now, these people are slick. They're crafty. This is why the Lord tells us to keep watch, man. These people don't ever stop and won't until the Lord comes and takes them out of their place. All right, we can see what's coming, man. All right, there is a such time as too late. There's a such time as you are going to wish that you would have listened in these times. All right, and not made excuses for why not to listen. All right, man. So that's it for now. So just pray. All right, keep watch, pay attention, and listen, man. All right. So with that, all praise to Yahweh, Baal Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Baal Hashem, Rakaha Kwadash. All double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, or GMS for short. This is where I have learned this truth, and this is where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I'm of that number. And Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video. Shalom.